Sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that feel like they could happen to any of us. A normal night, a familiar road, a quick errand that turns into something unspeakable. This tale isn't about haunted houses or cursed objects. It's about what happens when ordinary life brushes up against something deeply wrong. Read this story with the lights low, maybe after midnight if you're brave. You'll start to feel that unease, the kind that creeps in when you realize you're not as alone as you think you are. There's a quick check off the highway, not too far from where I live. It's the only place open 24/7 in my rural, middle-of-nowhere town. The kind of town where the loudest thing at night is the hum of power lines and the occasional truck blasting down. Route 19. It's about a 25-minute drive from my house if I'm speeding, which, let's be honest, I usually am. To translate for city folk, that's basically right next door. My sleep schedule is a mess, always has been. I code for a living, freelance software development, which means my clients are scattered across time zones, and my brain runs on caffeine instead of sunlight. My productivity peaks somewhere between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., that witching window when the world feels quiet and distant. It's peaceful, or at least it used to be. I've made that drive to the quick check countless times. Sometimes for a sandwich, sometimes for a caffeine fix, sometimes just to escape the suffocating silence of my own house. I like to think I blend in, just another ghost among the night shift crowd. But if I had to guess, some of the clerks probably recognize me, the 2 a.m. guy with the laptop bags and bloodshot eyes. This happened just last week, and even now, replaying it makes my stomach twist. It was a Tuesday night, or technically, early Wednesday morning when it happened. The kind of night that feels stretched in, where the air itself seems tired. I was deep in a coding session, lost in a trance of logic and loops. My desk lamp threw a dull amber light across piles of notes and empty energy drink cans. The only sound was the steady click of my keyboard and the occasional buzz of my phone vibrating uselessly on the desk. Around 2 a.m., hunger hit me out of nowhere, that hollow, aching kind that makes you aware of how empty the world feels at that hour. I glanced toward my pantry, but all I had were stale crackers and an old jar of peanut butter. The quick check, I thought. I shut my laptop, slipped on a hoodie, and stepped out into the cold. The air bit at my face as I started the car. My headlights sliced through the fog, and the gravel crunched under my tires as I pulled onto the road. The drive to the quick check at night feels like something out of a dream, or maybe a nightmare. There's a long stretch of 2-lane highway that cuts through endless cornfields and forest patches. No street lights, no other cars, just you, the road, and whatever's lurking in the dark. The farther you go, the more your headlights start to feel fragile, a thin cone of safety pushing back against a sea of black. About 10 minutes in, I saw movement at the edge of my high beams, something darting across the road. I hit the brakes, heart jumping, but it was just a deer. Still, the adrenaline stuck around. My hands tightened on the wheel. I told myself to shake it off. Just another quiet night. By the time I pulled into the Quick Check's cracked parking lot, the clock on my dash read 2:19 a. The lot was nearly empty. Just one old pickup truck parked crookedly near the side of the building. Its headlights were off, but its engine wasn't. The faint, rhythmic hum drifted through the still night air. I didn't think much of it at first. Around here, people sometimes leave their engines running while grabbing a drink or cigarette. Still, there was something odd about the way it idled, low and uneven, like it was struggling to breathe. The fluorescent lights inside hit me like a slap. That buzzing sterile brightness that makes everything feel too sharp, too exposed. The clerk, a tired-looking woman with dark circles under her eyes, gave me a half smile from behind the counter. "Back again, huh?" she said, voice scratchy. "Yeah," I muttered, rubbing the back of my neck. "Night owl problems." She chuckled softly and went back to wiping down the counter. I ordered a turkey sandwich from the touchscreen kiosk near the coffee machines. The machine beeped and printed my order number. I had a few minutes to kill. That's when I saw him. He was sitting cross-legged on the tile floor, right in front of the refrigerator section. At first, I thought maybe he was fixing something, a janitor, or maybe a homeless guy warming up. But the longer I looked, the less sense it made. He wasn't moving. Just sitting there, head slightly bowed, hands resting on his knees. He wore a brown coat, faded jeans, and heavy work boots caked with mud. His hair was a matted mess, and his skin looked pale, almost gray under the harsh lighting. I tried to be discreet, pretending to browse the chip aisle while sneaking glances. But then, as if he felt my gaze, he lifted his head and turned toward me fast. Our eyes met, and for a moment, I couldn't breathe. His eyes were wide, glassy, unfocused, the kind of eyes you see in people who've seen something they shouldn't have. His lips twitched slightly, and his whole body seemed locked in a tremor, as if he was straining not to move. But the worst part was that blank, dead stare. No anger, no fear, just a hollow look that went straight through me. I turned away quickly, heart hammering in my chest, pretending to study a shelf of candy bars I didn't care about. My mind raced. Who the hell sits on a gas station floor at 2 in the morning like that? The clerk didn't seem to notice, or maybe she was just pretending not to. When my order number was finally called, I exhaled in relief. I grabbed the sandwich, thanked the clerk, and walked briskly toward the door. As I pushed it open, I glanced back. The man was still there, sitting motionless, staring now at the ceiling as if he was listening to something I couldn't hear. I stepped outside into the cold, the automatic doors hissing shut behind me. The air smelled faintly of gasoline and frost. The pickup truck was still there, engine idling. As I got into my car, I looked in the side mirror. The Quick Check's windows glowed behind me, empty except for that motionless shape on the floor. Then I pulled out. The first 10 minutes of the drive home were uneventful. The road was empty, just as before. I kept replaying the scene in my head. That stare, that twitching lip, the way he didn't move an inch. Then, in my rearview mirror, I saw headlights. They appeared out of nowhere, bright and glaring. I figured someone had pulled onto the highway behind me. But the lights grew closer. Too close, too fast. At first, I thought it was a cop. My heart sank. I was doing 80 in a 65, but the lights didn't flash. No sirens, no blue and red. Just that old, yellowish glow of halogen bulbs bearing down on me. I eased into the right lane, hoping the car would pass. It didn't. Instead, it matched my speed. Then I saw it. The shape of the truck. The same one from the Quick Check parking lot. My mouth went dry. I pressed harder on the gas, the needle jumping to 90. The truck stayed glued to me, its headlights flickering as it hit bumps on the cracked asphalt. Then it swerved. A sudden jerk, like it was trying to hit my rear bumper. I felt the jolt as it clipped me, the back of my car fishtailing for a second before I regained control. "What the hell?" I shouted into the empty car. I slammed the accelerator. 95, 100. The engine roared, and my tires screamed against the pavement. My hands were slick with sweat. In the rearview mirror, I could just make out the driver's silhouette, a head tilted unnaturally forward, hands gripping the wheel tight. It was him, the man from the Quick Check. He rammed me again, harder this time. My car lurched, the steering wheel jerking violently. The world blurred. Up ahead, the road curved sharply to the left. I tried to slow down, but he was right behind me, pushing me faster. I slammed on the brakes. The truck swerved to avoid me, fishtailed, then spun out completely. A blur of motion and metal as it tore off the road and disappeared into the dark field beside the highway. I didn't stop. I didn't even look back. I just drove. When I finally pulled into my driveway, my entire body was trembling. The house was silent, every shadow seeming to move. I locked the doors, closed every curtain, and sat in the dark with my phone clutched in my hands. I called the police. My voice shook as I explained what happened. They told me an officer would check the area, take a statement in the morning. When they came, I told them everything about the man, the quick check, the truck, the chase. They nodded, took notes, and said the convenience store's cameras would help identify him. Days later, I got a call. They'd reviewed the footage. There was no man sitting on the floor. No one had followed me out. The only vehicle caught on camera was mine. It's been a week. I haven't gone back to the quick check since. Every night, I still hear that low, sputtering engine in my head, the way it idled, uneven and angry. Sometimes, when I drive at night, I swear I see headlights in my rearview mirror, hovering just at the edge of vision. I've checked my car's dash cam, nothing. Just static, right around the time I left the store. Maybe it was all in my head. Maybe I was just sleep deprived, hallucinating from exhaustion. That's what the cop hinted at, anyway. But every morning, when I walk outside, I find tire tracks in the gravel. Fresh ones. They stop right by my front door. If you've made it this far, congratulations. Not everyone does. The story of the quick check isn't about monsters under the bed or ghosts in the attic. It's about the terror that hides in ordinary moments, in the empty roads and flickering lights we trust too easily. So, the next time you stop at a 24-hour convenience store after midnight, take a look around. Notice who's standing too still. Notice which car never turns off its engine. And whatever you do, don't look too long.